2010 Le Mans Series. The 2010 Le Mans Series was the seventh season of Automobile Club de l'Ouest's Le Mans Series. It featured 5 events between 11 April and 12 September 2010. For the first time in 2010, Formula Le Mans FLM cars were run in a fifth class in the series, running alongside Le Mans prototype cars and GT cars, rather than as a support series. It was also the final season when G-Tone cars were allowed to run in the series. Stéphane Sarrazin won the LM Championship despite sharing his car with Nicolas Lapierre for most of the season. Sarrazin did not run with his usual Team Oreca Matmut outfit at the 1000 km of Spa, instead gaining championship points with his Peugeot Sport teammates in a precursor to the 24 Hours of Le Mans the following month. Despite this, Sarrazin won only one race, winning at the 1000 km of Algarve with Lapierre and Olivier Panis. Lapierre was second ahead of Rinaldo Capello, who won at Paul Ricard with Allan McNish. Other class victories went to Sébastien Bourdais, Pedro, Lamy and Simon Pagenaud at Spa, Greg Mansell and Leo Mansell at the Hungaroring, and Nicolas Minassian and Anthony Davidson at Silverstone. In LMP2, Thomas Erdos and Mike Newton claimed the championship for the second time, after their more consistent finishes helped them to fend off Strakka Racing's Jonny Kane, Watts and Nick Leventis, who won 3 races to 1 for Erdos and Newton. The only other win was taken by Miguel, Amaral, and Olivier Panis at Spa. The G-Tone Championship went to Larber competition pairing Gabriel Gardel and Patrice Gauslard, as they were the only team to attempt every race in the championship. Julian Canal and Fernando Reis joined them in various races, but were not a factor in the championship. The only team to beat Larber during the season was the Mark VDS Racing Team car of Eric de Donker, Bas Leenders and Marcus Paltala, who won at Spa. GT2 proceedings saw a second successive title for Felbermayer Proton duo Mark Lieb and Richard Lyons, winning 3 of the season's 5 races. The other 2 were taken by AF Course duo Gianmaria Bruni and Jaime Milo at Algarve and at Silverstone. Another tight championship battle was fought out in the Formula Le Mans class, with Dam's Andrea Barlesi and Gary Chalendon holding off Hope Polevision Racing driver Steve Zacchia by just 2 points. The season's 5 races were shared between 4 different entries, with Barlesi and Chalendon only winning at the Hungaroring with Alessandro Ciccignani. Zacchia won at Spa with Wolfgang Kaufmann and Luca Moro. Damien Toulemond, Ross Zampatti and David Zollinger won at Paul Ricard, while Jody Firth and Warren Hughes won twice in the Algarve and at Silverstone. Schedule. On 27 October 2009, the ACO released a preliminary calendar for the 2010 season featuring 3 named events and 2 unconfirmed events, plus the traditional pre-season test session at Circuit Paul Ricard. The calendar was further revised with 2 additional events at the Autodromo International du Algarve and the Hungaroring. The Paul Ricard race was also extended to 8 hours in length. The 1000 km of Silverstone was also the part of the inaugural Le Mans Intercontinental Cup for LM, and it was also the first time that the race had been run on the circuit's arena configuration. Except for the 8 hours of Castellet, as the name implied an 8-hour time limit, all races ran for either 1000 km or 6 hours, whichever came first. Partially wet weather and a red flag period caused the 2010 1000 km of Spa to run slightly less than the 143 laps was originally scheduled. The top 3 finishers completed 139 laps at the end of 6 hours. The 2010 1000 km of Hungaroring race was also run at a distance shorter than the 1000 km scheduled distance after 6 hours. Season results. Overall winner in bold. Championship standings. Points were awarded to all race finishers, with unclassified entries failing to complete 70% of the race distance or entries failing to reach the finish not earning championship points. One bonus point was awarded for winning pole position denoted by bold, and a further bonus was awarded for the entry which sets the fastest race lap denoted by parenthesis. Entries which changed an engine prior to the required 2-race minimum were penalized 2 points, with a 4-point penalty for every subsequent engine change. Points were allocated in one of 2 ways, dependent on race length. Teams Championships. The top 2 finishers in the LMP1, LMP2 and GT2 championships earned automatic entry the 2011 24 Hours of Le Mans, provided that the team was running for the full season. Partial season entries, teams that run on a part-time basis, e.g. race by race, were not eligible for automatic entries for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. G-Tone championships were not awarded any automatic entries as the G-Tone category was phased out by the end of the year. See new 2011 regulations section. LMP1 standings. LMP2 standings. FLM standings. All teams in the Formula Le Mans category utilized the Oreca FLM 9 chassis and General Motors 6.3 Elevate. G-Tone standings. GT2 standings. Drivers' Championships. LMP1 standings. LMP2 standings. FLM standings. G-Tone standings. GT2 standings.